I'm in the mood to fuck something up. Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, we ain't in the studio today. I just was like, let me get this done, set it up on my break, and knock it on out. Before we get to anything, you guys, first things first, I gotta send a happy birthday shout out to my boy Royce Morgan, the Royce Morgan. I don't know why that's tying up my tongue today. Our favorite IG personality who seems to have a quote meme for any situation that you might be going through in life. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, happy, sad, funny, mad, whatever you're looking for, you go to his page and you'll get it. Okay, he's been a faithful rock star. I give him a birthday shout out every year, and this year is no different. So happy birthday, baby boy. Hope you're enjoying your day. Or actually, your day has already passed, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, just had to make sure I got that shout out there. That's my new thing. I love to do the horn, y'all. Let's get on to the gossip. Guys, unless you've been living under a rock, child, they hit us with the divorces, the 1, 2, 3 punch on Tuesday. I was like, well, damn, is it National Get a Divorce Day? Or should I say National File for Divorce Day? Because we not only had Mowry and Corey Hardick tell us that they were getting a divorce, but we also found out that Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen is getting a divorce. We saw that one coming. And Miguel and his wife, what the girl name is? Child, I wrote it down. Hold on. Nazanin. I guess I'm saying that right. They are also getting a divorce. So let's just go through them, okay? First up, Mowry and Corey Hardick. Now, we didn't see this one coming. Okay, at least I didn't. I don't follow either one of them on social media. However, I see them pretty often because she's actually become very, very visible on social media now that she's not, she doesn't have a regular gig. We know that Corey Hardick stays very busy. We always see him in some sort of guest spot. And of course, I'm not sure if he's still on The Chi this season because I haven't watched it this season, but he had been on The Chi. I'm assuming he's still on The Chi. But Corey keeps a job too, okay? Yeah, apparently things weren't going well and they've decided to go their separate ways, okay? She put on her social media that it comes with sadness that she has to announce this, but she's always kept it a buck, always kept it real, always kept it 100 with her followers, so she doesn't want this to be any different. Her and Corey have decided to go their separate ways. She did say because they have young children, they do have a son, Cree. He's 11 years old. They have a daughter, Cairo, who is 4 years old. She says because of the sensitive nature of this subject, she is hoping for her privacy. Okay, they're going to remain best friends as they raise their children together, yada, yada, yada. It's the regular pat answer. It's like, y'all going to be best friends now. Why couldn't you do that when you're married? But I know that shit happens, and it has been 14 years. And I mean, Rocky always trying to tell you them 7-year cycles be hard. Okay, it's time to batten down them motherfucking hatches at 6 years, 6.5 years, 13 and a half years. It's time to really work hard on it because at 14th, that 7 and that 14th year is coming up. All right, even 21 wasn't bad. 21 wasn't bad, okay? Maybe it was because I had stayed prayed up. I think if you can make it up there, your chances of being able to stay together are a little bit greater. Even though we've seen people, even after 21 years, because a lot of times what happens is after their children are grown and gone to college, you done been together all this time, then you be figuring out like, why the hell I'm trying to stay with you? These kids ain't here no more. There's really no reason for me to stay. So if you can get past that 21, and you don't have that feeling, then you may be okay. But She cited irreconcilable differences. And she is asking for joint legal and physical custody of their children together. And she's also asking them to adhere to the premarital, the prenup that they have, where there is no spousal support. Okay. Of course, people were speculating and saying that Corey was cheating, and he did come out and say that's absolutely not true. That is not the reason why they are going down this road. I guess, time will tell. If they ever decide to tell the reasons exactly why they got a divorce, we'll find out then. But they had these cryptic messages that they were putting on their social media, and people were saying that they kind of had a feeling that it might have not have been the happiest of unions. People said that Corey seemed like he had checked out quite some time ago. Corey has always looked like that, though. He's always looked very nonchalant and not really interested. I thought that was just his personality. But now that I think about it, I'm like, I wonder if he was kind of on that same tip that what's the old boy name that was with Lala? I wonder if it was that same, because remember, he was barely tolerating Lala, bless his heart, and I wonder if that might have been the same frame of mind that Corey was in, because every time you saw him, he didn't really smile much. He kind of just was around. I had assumed he loved his wife, and I'm not saying that he doesn't still love her, but shit happens and things fall apart. Things fall back together. I guess it could be a situation where they may make it back into each other's arms, because Corey seemed to say that she was making decisions, like rash decisions, on emotions instead of like logic and facts. But again, they haven't said. This is all just little things that they have cryptically said or posted. So people have been left to their own vices, and social media, we always gonna try to figure that shit out on our own, okay? But it's a wrap on that, which actually makes me sad. They seemed like a couple that was gonna make it. But you can never judge a book by its cover. And what do a motherfucker tell you all the time? Marriage is not easy. It's rewarding. It's probably one of the best things that you can do if you can do it successfully. But it's work, and with these divorces, we realize that. So we just gonna hope that these two can stay civil with each other and that it doesn't get ugly. But Tia looks like she got a lot to say. And it looks like she's just been kind of holding her tongue. So I have a feeling that we'll hear more from her. Her sister's book did come out on the exact same day that they announced that they were getting a divorce. And so while she was on her promotional tour, she was getting interviewed somewhere on a news show, and they asked her about Tia, and Tamara was just like, she supports her sister and she wants to be there for her in any way that she needs her to be, but her sister wants the privacy, and so she is going to respect that and not speak on it. Okay, so that's where they are with that. Again, didn't see it coming, but we can't put too much stock in Hollywood and celebrity marriages, because we just don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's any marriage for that, in that case, it's any marriage. You don't know. That's why you need to, if you're going to look up to something, look up to some shit that you see every day, okay? And not what is put on social media just, because it's just smoke and mirrors, you guys. So, yeah, that's one marriage that's going down the drain. Next one that's coming up is, or should I say going down, is Tom Brady and 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and his Super Bowl wife Gisele Bündchen. Okay, they have also decided to call it quits. They are telling us that they have both looked into a divorce lawyer and they are exploring their options when it comes to their marriage. What's the options? Either you're married or you're not. Okay, but they said that they have become estranged. They're not living together, and they haven't been for the last few weeks. And again, I was not surprised when we found out that these two have decided to possibly split. Okay, Tom Brady, like I said, 7-time Super Bowl champion, extremely dedicated to the game. Okay, and when he retired, the retirement seemed like it came out of the blue. And I had wondered at the time if his wife was like, listen, I don't know how many motherfucking rings you think you need, but you got a whole family over here that's tired of playing second fiddle to your football career. Okay, so I kind of felt like maybe she had given him like this ultimatum, like, you need to come on home because your kids is growing up and I'm over here with the kids, and you know, we ready for you to. I mean, he was 40 something years old, one of the older, you know, players in the game. You know, Rocky don't know shit about no football, but we've talked about this a little bit already, you know, but I guess she was just like, nah, nigga, bring it on home. Okay. And so he retired right at the end of the football season. We were shocked, but it was just like, okay, you know, he did what he came to do, and he won and all of that. And then a few months later, he was like, nope, I'm just playing. I'm coming back. I was like, he done got up in that house with that wife and the kids, and everybody done got on his goddamn nerves. And either they got on his nerves or he got on their nerves. But some nerves was got on, and he was just like, I'm going back to the game. And again, if he decided to go back to the game because it wasn't working at the house, that might have been the reason why Gisele was just like, okay, nigga, if you want to keep on running back and forth to that damn field, then you know what? Just stay there. Okay, you ain't gonna keep coming in and out my damn house. Okay, close my damn door and don't let my cold air out. So, yeah, she locked the sliding door, nigga, stay out there. And she went and found her a lawyer, and so did he. And like they say, they're exploring their options. Again, we hate to see families break up. They have small kids, and it's never easy. So I'm hoping, well, listen, I'm just hoping that they do best what's for them, because, child, we don't know what the hell going on over there. Even though I do have a feeling that Tom probably felt like he was either forced to quit or, you know, whatever. Maybe he didn't feel like he made it on his own terms. I mean, you know, there's many scenarios that we can attach to the reason why they have decided that they weren't going to make it. It's not really any of our business, but because they are both celebrities, you know, we talking about it today. So that's another one that's gone down the drain. And then number 3, because they say third time's a charm, would be Miguel and Nazanin. Okay, now these two have been high school sweethearts. They've been together for 10 years before they even got married. And then when they got married, they only lasted 3 years. And then Nazanin was like, nope, not gonna work. Now she did file for divorce some time ago, I believe. And then they reconciled. Okay, I guess they realized that their love for each other was stronger than any problems. And, you know, they worked together to try to overcome them. They got back together. And then a few minutes later, and Nazanin was like, no. Okay, gave it the old school try. Okay. A lot of times people try to get back together and just really say, I'm going to give it one last go. All right, and if that one last go don't make it, then I'm out. And I guess the one last go didn't make it, and so she was out. She posted on her social media. I'm gonna read it to you. Give me a second. On a current journey of introspection and discovering my purest me again, when and who I was, I went. Oh, child, hold on, let me, when and who was I when I was my most free and most confident self? She's still in there and rising to the occasion, but this time with life experience, defined wants, and an elevated mindset, one healing step at a time. If this is you, we got this. Okay, and basically what she's saying is she tired of living in the shadow of Miguel. She's dedicated her life to him and his celebrity, and damn it, she don't want to do it no more. Okay, so she now is facing singlehood as a new woman, okay, with life experiences. She know what niggas is on now, okay? She knows better and is not going to fall for the okie doke any longer. And if you are in the same shoes as her, then damn it, you can do the same thing as her. That's what she was saying. She had to give it to you, you know, with some enlightenment and shit. And Rocky gonna give it to you on layman's, all right? Again, for the third time. We hate to see families break up. And but I am realistic and I know it happens. So those are the three so far. They say it happens in threes, right? It definitely did on that day, child. I was looking through the comments on social media on Instagram, and I guess Cardi was about to get into a fight with somebody else. And they was like, girl, can you wait till next week? Okay, the girl rap beefs is on Mondays. The fucking divorces is for Tuesday. I'm telling you, I love me some social media, honey. It's a blessing and a curse, always. So shit always makes me laugh, though. But yeah, that's it. That's it on the three of them, you guys. It's a wrap on that. All right, you guys, next story up. Kanye West, listen. I don't even really want to talk about this because I've tried to retire Kanye quite a few times, but I think this is a story that, even with my extreme frustration with Kanye West, I'm going to just go on and just say this, okay? I was fucking annoyed when I saw that White Lives Matter t-shirt. I think that Kanye West is nothing more than somebody who wants people to talk about him. Like everybody has said, he is quite the hypocrite. I don't buy the free thinking, free mind, whatever you want to call him. I don't get that from Kanye. I believe Kanye is someone who likes attention and that he is going to say and do anything to kind of go against the grade, to upset people and to get people talking. And that is all that I believe that Kanye West is. I do enjoy his music, his old music, I should say. Haven't been a big fan of his new stuff. And a lot of that has to do with his, just his antics on social media. You know, that White Lives Matter t-shirt pissed me the fuck off because I was like, he should know better. He does know better. But you know what? He doesn't care because Kanye has issues that he continues to either work through or not work through, and we all have to sit and deal with it because of it, okay? I mean, you can't even fucking scroll through Instagram, be on social media without seeing the ignorance of Kanye West. It's so, that shit made me really mad. And then what really gets on my nerves is when people try to defend him and be like, you guys are just all in a box, like the daughter said, Lauryn Hill's daughter said, who actually wore the t-shirt in the fashion show, that we are all, been mind fucked and we all are in this box, just believing whatever is presented to us. And I was just like, so you're telling us that we are all in a box, and at the same time you putting yourself in a box too because you're supposedly this free thinker. I do believe that there are free thinkers out there. I definitely do think that, okay, believe that, but I don't think that Kanye is one, okay? I think that he just says whatever he needs to say to get people upset. The White Lives Matter thing, we've been through this so many times. Yes, we do feel like everybody's life should matter, but the fact of the matter is when Black lives don't matter, then all lives are not fucking mattering. We are a part of the all, okay? And so when you start to say white lives matter, when white people have always mattered, they're the ones who put the matter in place, okay? They're the ones who have the decisions. They're the ones who are in control of our socioeconomic placings in life. These are the reasons Black people, I can't even, I can't even get in, I can't. But anybody who callously and irresponsibly puts on a shirt and walks around with that, of course, people were just like, you guys all want to support Black Lives Matter and the organization is out there stealing money from you. First of all, I ain't never gave to Black Lives Matter, okay? Secondly, I don't even think of the fucking organization when I think of the statement because the statement came first, the organization came afterwards. I don't even think about the organization until they do some shit over there, okay? And yes, they have tarnished. They've tarnished the name, the statement that is being made. However, at its core, Black Lives Matter is such a serious statement because Nobody's fucking life gonna matter if everybody's life is not mattering. If black lives don't matter, then we can't say all lives matter, you know? And it kills me that Kanye goes back and forth about whether or not he gonna be, you know, he'll start up on this thing about black people and, you know, his black kids and, you know, even though he married this white woman and, you know, even though he put her up on a pedestal and thought that she was everything and all things. And then when the shit didn't work out, now all of a sudden he's all worried about his kids and he's all, you know, I cannot with Kanye. I can't. Okay. He went off on the fashion editor. I didn't get her name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, who had wrote up how upsetting it was to see a White Lives Matter shirt go down the aisle, the runway, at his fashion show. He went off on her. And then this woman had quite a bit of respect in the fashion world. And when people came to her defense, all of a sudden he wanted to sit down and talk to her. Okay. And now they had a conversation and everything is okay. You know, they still agreed to disagree, but you know, he is such a, he's got so many people fooled. He's got so many people fooled. And it's just like, I can't with Kanye. I just really, really honestly can't. And I don't want to stay on this because it's not a rant. It's just my feeling. You guys go back and watch remember when he was on TMZ and he was talking about, what was he talking about? The slaves and, you know, there not being slaves and all that and how Van Lathan had to put him in his place. Go back and watch what Van Lathan had to say because it applies exactly to this situation as well. Okay, while you out here being this celebrity and getting to say all of this shit and then you rich, so you ain't got to deal with the day-to-day social shit that regular motherfuckers got to deal with. You go off on your life and then you say some shit like that. You get the white folks thinking like, look, even Kanye think it, okay? And then the regular black folks got to deal with your shit. It's so upsetting. But I understand Kanye for what he is. And I'm just going to listen to his old music and wish that we could get back to that. Them days is long gone though, you guys, but still, it's just, I've had enough of that. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. I guess while we're talking about the fashion world, we can talk about Miss Anna Wintour, who they say has been in a bit of a feud with the British Vogue editor-in-chief. That would be Mr. Edward Enninful, okay? They say that they've been quietly feuding for some time now because Mr. Enninful, he feels that Vogue needs to be a little bit more inclusive and cater not only to women, but also to men, okay? Now, Vogue, this magazine that's been around for thousands of years at this point, has always focused on the fashions of women, and Miss Wintour has made it a point to protect that and doesn't like the fact that Vogue is trying to now, at least he wants to now include men more than they have been included before, okay? And evidently he put a man on the cover for the first time for the September issue, and that's where everybody was like, okay, now wait a minute. He said that Vogue, as it stands right now, has too many old white posh women, okay? And that we need to color it up a little bit, all right? I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? I feel like Vogue, which is an institution at this point, I do feel that it's a woman's magazine, and if we wanted it to be a woman's and men's magazine, then it would have been something else. Men have GQ magazine, even though it is not to the same stature of Vogue, of course, but there are men's magazines, there are women's magazines, and then, you know, there's just this time right now in the world, everything wants to be inclusive. Nobody is saying that a man can't be in Vogue or maybe even on the front page, but I still think that Vogue, in my mind, when I think of Vogue, I think of all of the beautiful women and all the beautiful fashions that are geared towards women. that it is. But that might be my ignorance, because we know that men now wear women's clothes. We know that people are trying to blur or erase the lines between genders and allow people to freely wear and do what they want. And this might just be another one of those times where, sign of the times is changing. But yeah, when I think of Vogue magazine, I think of a woman's magazine. That's just kind of how I see it. Okay. Now, Anna also has a problem with Mr. In a Full because they're saying that he is going to be the person to take her place when she does retire. Well, Anna was like, bitch, you said I was fixing to retire. Okay? Like, damn. I ain't never said I was going, and everybody now is trying to say that he's the person that is going to replace me. She feels like there are other locations, other positions, top positions in the Condé Nast group that Mr. Innaful could go to, and instead he's eyeing her spot. Well, because Vogue magazine, I would imagine, is the top spot. Okay, and we know that she has been working in that spot since 1989, I think I read. Did I write it down? 1988. Okay. But honey, damn it, Anna said a bitch still got work to do. I graduated from high school in 88, you guys, but just a random fun fact. But she said she still got a lot of damn work to do and quit trying to push her out the door. Okay. I was like, this reminds me of The Devil Wears Prada. It was like life imitating art, because in the movie, remember, they was trying to oust old girl, the Anna Wintour alike, Meryl Streep's character. I can't think of her name right now, but they were trying to oust her with the younger guy, remember? And she ended up moving some shit around and changing shit so that she didn't get ousted. And she ended up, one-upping everybody else. And I was like, maybe Anna might be doing the exact same thing in real life today. I would imagine that Anna probably has to make sure she has eyes at the back of her head at this point, because she is an older woman. We know that the world is geared towards young people. And they want fresh and they want new, and so this is around the time, I guess, that she would have to be concerned about her position and being possibly forced into retirement. So that's what they say got going on over there, honey. Anna was just like, all right, Edward, bring it if you want to, okay? But a bitch ain't going away that easily. Don't you start it. All right, you guys, next story up. Rest in peace to Loretta Lynn, okay? Like they said in People magazine, honey, they said a dirt poor Kentucky coal miner's daughter rose to greatest heights of international stardom. You guys remember she is the one who infamously sang the song Coal Miner's Daughter. Okay, many of you guys are too young to even know that song. I almost feel like I'm too young to know the song, but of course I do. I don't remember how it goes. I was born a coal miner's daughter, or something like that. I didn't look up the song, you guys. But her family did let us know that she passed peacefully in her sleep, that she was at her beloved ranch in Hurricane Mills. I'm assuming that's in Kentucky. And she has left the country music community in shock, all right? Some people even have dubbed her the mother of country music for the blue-collar workers. They said that she got married at 15 years old to a moonshiner, and then by the time she had turned 20 years old, she was a mother of 4. She used to write songs and perform them at honky tonks to make extra money for her family. She's definitely had other songs other than Coal Miner's Daughter, but that is the song that I know from Loretta Lynn. I guess if I were to look up her catalog, I probably would know some other songs. She was the first woman to be considered Country Music Association's Entertainer of the Year. Okay, and that actually happened in 1972. Okay, it is a sad day for the country music people. All right, like I said, she does leave behind her 4 children. She was 90 years old, had just actually celebrated her birthday not too long ago. Rest in peace to Loretta Lynn.